Hello everybody and welcome back to another Kerbal Space Program video. Today we are doing a Delta IV Heavy video. The Delta IV Heavy is a rocket by the United Launch Alliance. So it's basically, just ULA. Conserve fuel in the middle tank, and conserving fuel in the middle tank will allow the middle tank to run longer. And it's the same thing they do on SpaceX's Falcon Heavy. They allow the fuel tank in the middle to run longer, so that can let the rocket go further. So the Delta IV Heavy, like I said, it's 3 cores. It is made by United Launch Alliance. One cool thing here, you will see in a second. Actually, here in a minute, I will talk about that later. Here is pretty fun. Just getting some cool shots of it going up. I actually recorded this quite a while ago. I just got to editing the video. Probably should have gotten it faster. I had some other United Launch Alliance videos coming up, but some of my videos aren't edited, so you don't have that anymore. And here, I don't think I am doing the gravity turn yet, but I probably should be. Okay, there we go. We are starting the gravity turn, and I have kind of centered myself, so I won't. Oh, I was kind of going off course there. Sometimes my flying is not very skillful. Okay, here we go. We are just about, we have our apoapsis at 104, 110. Actually, some of my flights are not the best examples. My decouplers didn't work. So my main fuel will run out much quicker. So normally that would, so there's its cool thing. So the top engine on the Delta IV Heavy actually has a extending RL10 engine, and that allows the engine, since the engine is so giant, it does not fit into the inner stage, which is where the 2 stages connect and allow the rocket to be put together, so you have the first and the second stage. It actually does not allow for the inner stage to have any room inside of it, which you kind of need that to launch your rocket. So it actually has an extending nozzle, which means the nozzle actually gets bigger to offer higher efficiency and thrust in the vacuum of space. So I thought that was pretty cool. Right now I am looking here, and normally my flight would be just fine, but it looks like I'm going to have to do 2 burns, one at apoapsis, one at periapsis, wrong thing. We are going to be starting, I don't know why I thought this was a good idea, but apparently I thought, oh, look at that, we have chunks of rocket falling down. I forgot about that. That's kind of embarrassing, but, so, now we are beginning our burn upwards, just so we can make our apoapsis go up higher, so we can have an easier time getting into orbit. So what normally would happen is you would start turning with the rotation of the Earth. I did not do that here, hence me failing to make a very good orbit. Still, it works. Normally if I ever did a video like this again, I would make sure that was much better. But I filmed this a while ago, and who really knows at this point. we are focusing right now on trying to get into orbit, like I just said. And as you can see here, our satellite is a small communication satellite. And there's nothing really going on here. Here in just a second, we should shut off that engine and try to circularize. I didn't realize how much time this was going to take. But one cool fact about the Delta IV Heavy is actually there was a launch as of me doing this voiceover, me editing the video 2 days ago of this rocket. It was a really cool launch. I actually will put some footage maybe at the end of this. It was a really cool launch. It was a classified spacecraft for the Department of Defense, I think it was. Yeah, it was. I didn't get to watch the launch live, but here I'm actually showing the extension and the retraction of the nozzle. I didn't get to watch the launch live, but I got to watch it a little bit later. It was a beautiful day, beautiful launch. The Delta IV Heavy, actually, before launch, it sets itself on fire to burn off any excess hydrogen that could be near or around the rocket, just so you don't have a giant, fire catching fire in the engines, which I think is pretty cool. So if I'll actually show, the clip that I'll show at the end will actually show the rocket setting itself on fire and subsequently off. Here, I didn't realize how long this was going to drag on. Here we have an amazing, I think I did make it in orbit. I think I almost made it into too high of an orbit, but there was no catch, no focus. That was weird. Here we are, and our periapsis is just right about to exit Kerbin. We have about 43, 2, 1, and we are in the positives for our periapsis. And in 3, 2, 1, our periapsis is in space. So I went for a highly elliptical orbit. Here, in just a second, we will have satellite deployment. Satellite deployment achieved. I don't think I really did much to make this so this booster, so the satellite would do anything. I think this was just one of those satellites I just put up there for whatever reason I wanted to, just for the video. I think I actually may have terminated the launch, just terminated the satellite's lifetime after that. Here you can see I'm slowing down, trying to get back into the atmosphere. Here we are time warping just to get back to the atmosphere, and then this should just burn up in the atmosphere. That's really all this video is. It was a Delta IV Heavy video. It was really fun. The Delta IV Heavy is retiring soon as a rocket, which is kind of sad because it is an amazing rocket. It's got high capabilities, and it's actually one of the biggest rockets, functional rockets launching right now. Starship, which I will make a video on very, very soon, is beating that in whatever it's in, is going to beat that. But here I'm just burning off any excess fuel, trying to slow myself down. I didn't really have much fuel left, so it didn't really matter. But here we are, just cruising through the atmosphere. So this is actually what they do with these boosters. They do not reuse the second stage. Actually, the Delta IV Heavy is totally expendable, meaning they don't reuse any pieces. And here is a giant fireball. As we're going through the thicker parts of the atmosphere, we have explosion factor 300 times, and we just have a singular lone probe core, which might actually happen because the rocket, when it explodes, does actually have pieces left over, as what happened over Oregon a couple weeks ago when a SpaceX rocket deorbited, and that is what happened. Thank you all for watching this video. This is just the end here, and wait for next week. Next week's video is about SpaceX.